about 5'9". She's doing an outstanding job for us, both offensively and defensively and on the boards. We're looking forward to it. It should be a real great ball game.
Sure should. What would you like the tempo of the game to be?
I'd like to get them into a running game, and I know Dennis is going to try and get us into a half-court game and force the ball inside on us. But we've been playing teams like New Trier and Whitney Young all season long. We're not afraid of them.
I'm sure it's deja vu. It's championship time again, and congratulations on getting here.
Thank you very much.
And Matheny, we'll be back in just a moment with tip-off. Right now, one of your network sponsors is the Illinois Pork Producers. This is Frank Massoni, along with Coach John Snyder of Winnetka New Trier. And welcome to the Assembly Hall in Champaign-Urbana for the 1988 championship game in girls Class A basketball. It features the Lady Shoes of Teutopolis. They call it T-Town. They're 31-0. They're a population of 1,400 in Teutopolis from Effingham County. Enrollment of 341. They face Elgin St. Edward, the Green Wave, 29-4. They're number 2 ranked. Elgin from Kane County in the West Suburban Catholic Conference. This is the third appearance of the Green Wave. They were the 1985 champions, and Teutopolis was the champions in 1986. In the 1985 title game, the final score was St. Edward's 48 and Teutopolis 46. John Snyder, these are old enemies.
Teutopolis. He really didn't tell us, did he?
He really didn't. And I think we're now set to go to meet the lineups and the coaches for this championship game for Class A in 1988. Here's Steve Adams.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the coaches and players for this championship game in Class A, featuring the Teutopolis Lady Shoes and the Elgin St. Edward Green Wave. First for Teutopolis, the Lady Shoes entering this game with a record of 31 wins and no losses. Introducing the head coach in his 6th season, Dennis Custer. The assistant coach, Terry Workman. And now the players. Number 11, a 5'8" senior, Kim Blummer. Number 13, a 5'3" sophomore, Valerie Campbell. Number 23, a 5'7" sophomore, Donna Ruhal. Number 31, a 5'6" junior, Marcia Campbell. Number 41, a 5'11" senior, Angie Ruhal. Number 45, a 5'8" junior, Christy Grunlow. And number 53, a 5'8" sophomore, Jennifer Hodebeck. And now the starting lineup. At 1 forward, a 5'10" senior, 21, Cindy Taylor. At the other forward, a 5'11" sophomore, 34, Vicky Klingler. At center, a 6'3" junior, 33, Connie Ruhal. At guard, a 5'7" senior, 35, Lori Holman. And at the other guard, a 5'6" senior, 25, Donna Niebrugge. Those are the Lady Shoes of Teutopolis High School. And now, let's meet the Green Wave of St. Edward High School from Elgin, entering this game with a record of 29 wins and 4 losses. First, the head coach of the Green Wave in his 5th season, Ken Matheny. The assistant coaches, Lisa Bass and Pete Sauter. And now the players. Number 10, a 5'6" freshman, Ingrid Crane. Number 12, a 5'8" junior, Allison Rudolph. Number 14, a 5'2" junior, Carrie Waller. Number 20, a 5'10 freshman, Cheryl Trudy. Number 21, a 5'10 sophomore, Pam Ledant. Number 23, a 5'7 freshman, Julie Janik. And number 31, a 5'7 junior, Michelle Laporte. And now, the starting lineup. At 1 forward, a 5'9 senior, 24, Alice Gary.
Gary averages 12 points and 9 rebounds a game.
At the other forward, a 5'7 junior, number 15, Jackie Robinson.
Had key free throws to get them here.
At center, a 5'8 junior, 22, Meg Hasenmiller.
Hasenmiller averages 11 plus rebounds per game.
At guard, a 5'6 senior, number 13, Maureen Mueller.
The big scorer, averaging nearly 20 points per outing.
And at the other guard, a 5'4 junior, number 5, Stacy Karam.
The point guard averaging 8 points a game on the season.
The Green Wave of Elgin St. Edward High School.
We'll be back with the tip-off in just a moment.
And here are the officials for this championship game.
Unbeaten Teutopolis in the blue has a 6'3 center, 2 5'11 forwards. They are 3 inches per person taller than the white-clad Green Wave of Elgin St. Edward. In case you just joined us, Shiloh beat Kewanee for third, 76-68. Frank Bissoni and Coach John Schneider of Winnetka-New-Trier welcome you to the championship game for 1988.
St. Edward's in a man-to-man right now.
It's Connie Ruhal, 33, in the paint. And T-Town draws first. Dennis Custer.
Press, I think, Frank.
And one of the questions he asked me yesterday, I said, how do you decide if a team can beat you? He said, can they handle our press?
They did so far.
Stacy Karam is 5, the top of the key. Maureen Mueller, 13, is a very good shooter for Elgin. Jackie Robinson, 15. Good defense by T-Town. We're just underway in the Class A title go.
Sort of surprised to see T-Town using a man-to-man half court. Big as they are, I thought they'd probably be in a zone.
Mueller on the wing right wants the ball. Karam comes across the top of the key. Meg Hasenmiller in the middle. 29-4 on the season for Elgin St. Edward. They edged Kewanee in a semifinal thriller, 55-49 to get here. Inside, St. Edward blocked away. On the move, Cindy Taylor.
Post defense wasn't real good that time for St. Edward.
Taylor makes T-Town a 4-0 leader. And with the ball, Alice Gary comes in the backcourt to help. She's 5'9", a senior co-captain.
St. Edward's going to be pretty patient, I think, on offense. Looks to me like they're going to set up and work it quite a while.
They go inside this time, and it goes off the window for Hasenmiller. The first basket for the Green Wave. There's your pressure.
Yeah, 1-2-1-1. Zone press.
Vicky Klingler.
Falling back into man-to-man.
Niebrugge outside with Holman. Holman can shoot it from there. She averages 11.5. Here's the shot by Taylor. A tip-out rebound by the Green Wave. Running for the ball, Niebrugge has it. Intercepted by Karam and a foul on Teutopolis.
Crowd didn't like that call, but I thought it was pretty good.
Check your comparisons of the teams. The records are easy. Field goal percentage nearly 50 for T-Town, 43 for St. Edwards. Free throw and edge to St. Edwards. Rebound advantage, believing to St. Edwards, but the offensive average 70.8 points for Teutopolis. Their opponents only average 35 points a game.
Good defense. Both teams are pretty even in the stats.
Alice Gary goes inside to Mueller, who's fouled.
That was a nice cut by Mueller. A very nice pass inside.
Niebrugge, 25 there, picked up the personal, a 5'6" senior. Defense the key to so many championships. You get the feeling it will be again.
I believe you're right, Frank. Defense is going to win everything in this game.
Maureen Mueller shoots 75% at the free throw line. That's good in anyone's league.
Always jinxes them, though, doesn't it, when you say that? Always jinxes them. Think they're tuned in?
Oh, 19 against Kiwane. She's a lethal weapon on the outside. 4-3, Teutopolis. 5 minutes, 14 seconds to go here in the opening period.
Zone press. They
Neutral.
break it pretty well.
Haley goes to the baseline. Looks in, Ruhal. Intercepted by Gary nicely. Alice Gary with quick hands. This is Stacy Karam. Penetrates, sends it inside the deuce.
What a pass. That was an excellent pass right through the defense.
Jackie Robinson got the layup. Give the credit on the assist to Stacy Karam. 5-4, St. Edward's first lead. Haley steps in along the baseline.
Haley got away with the walk, I believe.
Holman a pop. Lori Holman gives T-Town the lead. This is for the state championship. T-Town won a game 112-7, another 117-25. They have a potent offense. Mueller wheels it inside, tapped away by Connie Ruhal. T-Town the ball, the turnover.
Miller took a hard spill that time, so he got right back up and came back more.
Holman controls. Now Ruhal at 6'3" comes outside. Only a junior. She'll be back again for Dennis Custer. An amazing series of records for these two coaches. Niebrucke, short, and a foul.
Mueller had real good position that time. She went over her back.
Coach, you see it so often. When the shot is short, a player follows the shot and then the personal.
Yeah, they do. They just kind of climb on the backs. But I hope the referees kind of loosen up in this game, let them play a little bit. Looks like they might.
Marcia Campbell, 31, checks in for Teutopolis. And 25, Donna Niebrucke, sits down. 6-5. The Lady Shoes on defense have the lead. Double team the ball. There's some contact that wasn't called.
That's good. I'm glad they didn't call it. They didn't need to.
T-Town, the interception. Lori Holman on the hunt. Lori Holman, the distance. 2.
Nice drive that time. She really used the board well. I like to see kids use the board like that.
3:35 first quarter. House on hand in the Assembly Hall. Baseline, Jackie Robinson with it. Karam slides in. She's pinned. Karam goes 5'4". Ruhal guarding her 6'3".
It isn't fair, is it?
Ken Mattini doesn't think so.
No.
He said they're one of the smallest teams, if not the smallest, ever to make the championship game. Traveling isn't called. But he also said when this team was in foul trouble last night, you can't win with your stars sitting on the plastic chairs.
Yeah, right. He said he got that from McGuire. Probably in some bar.
There's your turnovers. Teutopolis only with 1, but St. Edward's has 3. In blue, T-Town with the ball. Under 3 minutes, first quarter. Ruhal, the ball goes to the floor. Alice Gary with good hustle. Turns the ball over to the green wave. Now a whistle and the timeout on the court. Dennis Custer stops it. With 2:57 to go. We'll be back. One of your network sponsors is IHSA. Defense wins championships.
The pressure right here was excellent.
Here's the breakaway, and this is Lori Holman for the Lady Shoes.
Has her head up, used the board very well right here.
Steal and score, and she's got it again. Deja vu. Lori Holman back the other way, and sliding in front of her, Karam picks up the personal.
You could see that coming, couldn't you, Frank? She just, every time that offensive player takes the ball to the basket, it's going to be a foul on defense most of the time.
T-Town looking to take the ball to the rim. They have the big height advantage. That's Cindy Taylor, the 5'10" senior. It's like a zone set. Elgin St. Edwards lost only 4, once to your team, Winnetka New Trier.
Right, we were lucky that day. We got a little coaching that day.
You played a very good game against the Maine West team, too, that's playing tonight for the title.
Yeah, we did. Just about beat them in overtime. They beat us by 2. But I'm announcing and he's coaching.
Marcia Campbell. The ball to Holman. Holman starts in and comes back out. 2:15 to go. 8-5. T-Town over Elgin St. Ed's. A steal by Alice Gary. The Green Wave come back. Try to get within a pair. According to our statistics, T-Town has not attempted a three-point shot this year.
They don't need to with those giants inside.
It's not.
A lot of twos are better than 1-3.
They've also attempted nearly 1,000 shots more than their opponents on the season.
That's
amazing.
That is unbelievable. 1,000 shots more.
Maureen Mueller can shoot it. Watch her. She gets inside, juggles the ball. Picked up by Connie Ruhal.
Good defense that time.
Field goal percentage favors Teutopolis. 4 out of 6. 204 for St. Ed's, but it's early. Not much scoring in the first quarter. Marcia Campbell rolls one down.
She has really good form in that jump shot.
She had 8 points in the semifinals and was a good shooter in that game. 10-5 Teutopolis. Karam fakes, has the ball slapped out of her hands and picked up by Klingler. Coleman's ahead. She's going to go all the way.
Karam played it smart that time. I thought she was going to foul her, but she backed off.
Timeout. St. Edward. Teutopolis on a run at 1:03 in the first quarter. One of your network sponsors, the American Dairy Association of Illinois. To make it 12-7, T-Town over St. Edwards. For Class A's #1 slot, Cindy Taylor, 21 for T-Town. Now 11, Kim Blummer in the game. There's Marcia Campbell off the bench. She's hit 2 in a row.
She really can shoot it.
5'6" junior nails a pair. Look at the pressure by T-Town. Gary comes back to help, is tied up.
That was a very good double team that time. Gary turned her back and they really swarmed her.
St. Edwards found themselves 8 down in the second half against Kewanee last night to win and made 10 of 11 free throws in the final 3 minutes to do it. Cindy Taylor, will they come back today? 22 seconds, first quarter. Karam, nice steal.
Karam's a feisty little ball player, isn't she?
Bedeviling on defense. See if Maureen Mueller gets a shot this time down. Karam looks for her. Instead on the side, it goes to Meg Hasenmiller. Out of bounds. 6 seconds, T-Town can get a shot. Marcia Campbell with 4, with 3, does she know? With 2, with 1, that's it.
I think they knew, but it was too late.
At the end of the first quarter, in the title goal, Teutopolis 14, St. Edwards 7. One of your network sponsors, the pork producers of Illinois. Coach, what observations do you have after one period?
Well, I think both teams are evenly matched. It's just Teutopolis is big and fast, and St. Edwards is a little bit smaller and fast.
Shot by the Green Wave does not go. Hasenmiller working for the rebound down on the baseline with Taylor. And the possession arrow says Teutopolis. Both schools with great followings. There's the zone press on the full court.
She was lucky she didn't lose it that time.
Kim Blummer, 11, gets the ball on the front court. Oh, there's Taylor alone, 10-footer.
Nice pass. Whoa. Violation.
Coming the ball in bounds, a violation on the Green Wave. Teutopolis shoots 50% from the field on the season, and that's showing now. Taylor looks in the middle, comes outside. As Marcia Campbell off the bench comes to the right. She's hit 2 jumpers in a row. Out of bounds, off Elgin. They eliminated Massac County in the quarterfinals and edged Kewanee in the semifinals. Teutopolis disassembled Eureka and then took on and beat previously unbeaten Hume Shiloh before getting to this title game. Let's take a look at the violation, Coach.
Okay, it looks like the referee, I don't know, I think the referee screwed up there.
Did she ever have the ball out of bounds?
I don't know. It looked to me like she just took it and bounced it in. Maybe she bounced it on the line. I thought he called a 5-second call. Referees never screw up, though, do they?
Not so as you can tell.
No, I've never seen a bad referee yet.
It's a profession where you're supposed to start perfect and get better.
When I get old, I'm going to go into refereeing.
I'd love to see it. Didn't say I'd pay.
No.
Taylor fakes. 16-7 T-Town. 7 minutes to go, first half. Ruhal is 6'3" in the middle, surrounded by 3 of the Green Wave. Holman fakes, and good defense right now by St. Ed's. Holman shakes free for a shot.
She's 3. No, that's. I thought that she was 3 for 3, but that's Campbell.
She's 4 out of 4 in the game for 8.
4 out of 4.
She averages 11.5. These starters, the seniors, have played together on Teutopolis teams since the 7th grade. They lead by 11. St. Ed's looks to score. Hasenmiller along the baseline, goes inside and is fouled. 22, Meg Hasenmiller, a 5'8" junior, had 22 rebounds in 1 game.
That's a lot of rebounds. That's a lot of rebounds for 2 games. She's just a junior, too.
She made an interesting observation. She said, we're never down on ourselves and we never quit because our coach never quits.
Yeah, he's a good coach. There's no doubt about that.
Well, his record in 5 years is a measly 135-20.
Yeah, right.
They were the champions in '85. Hasenmiller makes that one. 18-8, T-Town with the ball. Remember in '86 they won both the girls A and the boys A championships. Taylor has Marcia Campbell open.
She doesn't miss.
The eye of the executioner, 20-8, 6:10 to play in the first half.
We could probably find a place in Winnetka for that Campbell girl.
She shoots the lights out. Karam. There's Gary bouncing the ball inside for Hasenmiller. Turns, shoots, no. Rebound comes to Vicky Klingler. And the size advantage for T-Town paying off now. They look for Ruhal inside. Taylor calls for the ball. The post is set, not used. Holman steps in, has the ball kicked out of her hands and out of bounds to Teutopolis.
That was the break for Teutopolis there. I thought she traveled, but
21, Pamela Dunt, 5'10", and a sophomore. Gets some size in for the Green Wave. Jackie Robinson is out. Wide open, Holman didn't. 5.5 to play, 20-8. Teutopolis with the lead, and the shot by Campbell. Not this time. Mueller snapped the rebound, and she hurt herself.
She looks like she's limping a little bit.
Mueller trying to shake it off. She's their big scorer. Inside the shot, not good by LaDont. And T-Town with the ball. Has things much their own way right now. Clock moves to the 5-minute mark. Ruhal on one side of the lane, Taylor on the other.
Mueller's gutting it out, but I think she is hurt a little bit.
From the northeast part of Effingham County, it's T-Town with the ball and a foul on Maureen Mueller. I wonder if Mueller didn't hurt her leg or knee, ankle, something on that last play.
I think she slipped, Frank, and banged her knee.
She's going to take a seat. She's her second foul. She's a co-captain, averages 19.3 and had 35 in a game against Libertyville earlier. And that won't help the Green Wave. Now Holman falls down and is called for walking. In about the same place that Mueller fell.
Maybe those blue lines out there are a little bit high.
Well, Dennis Custer can't imagine what happened. And into the game, Kim Blummer for Teutopolis, and Holman get a rest. Tonight it'll be Maine West against York for the Class AA state championship at 8. Alice Gary, co-captain with it. Karam double team. Gary's open. Rebound inside. Yes. Jackie Robinson.
Robinson did a good job on positioning that time.
It's a 20-10 game. Teutopolis clears. Remember, they're unbeaten. Klingler goes all the way. Steps in for a layup that missed. Rebound battled for and a foul against Kim Blummer of T-Town. Blummer comes off the bench at 5'8". It's her first foul. At the free throw line, Stacy Karam, K-A-R-O-M, is a 5'4" junior. In a key game last night, she had 8 points and 5 rebounds. Shot is missed. Coach, three-point shot in girls basketball this year. Your reaction to it?
I don't think it's much of a factor, really. I think most good teams try to work the ball inside. It might be a good comeback weapon if you're behind and you have to have some points. But
Is the shot still a little bit too long?
I think it is. I think it's a little bit long.
Klingler's inside. Layup short. Foul on the rebound against T-Town.
I don't think they call a foul. I think they just call it out of bounds.
Just out of bounds. 3:41 to play. Teutopolis by 10. Frank Bassoni along with Coach John Schneider here.
Constant pressure, Frank, by T-Town.
It's a relentless kind of defense. Karam tries to send the ball across at 5'4", but it's tapped away. Klingler has it. The T-Town crowd comes up. They're getting into the game. They run their offense, and they're patient. They can't go inside to Ruhal. She's covered. She slides across the lane. Campbell gets free. The ball goes to the deck, and it's another jump ball for change of possession. Another change in girls basketball over the years, Coach, is the smaller ball.
Yeah, and that's really, I think it's helped a lot because their girls' hands are a little bit smaller than boys, and they can shoot it, pass it, catch it better. So it's helped the game.
Lori Holman, one of the big games in the semifinal against Eureka. The ball is a little lighter, smaller, and about a half inch or an inch smaller, and lighter. Whistle and a foul on St. Ed's, and the foul goes against Alice Gary. Now a whistle and 2:56, a timeout on the court. With the score, Teutopolis 20, St. Ed's 10. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies. We're at the championship game for Class A in girls basketball in Illinois, and St. Edward's, the Green Wave, trails Teutopolis 20-10. These two coaches, Ken Mattini and Dennis Custer, are 230 wins and 32 losses in their combined 11 years. Astonishing statistic. Holman is free for T-Town. Oh, nice block by the Green Wave. And a nice defensive effort on two players there, Robinson and Karam.
Little Karam's all over the floor. Good block. Ball bounces off. She gets a good rebound. And Karam was right there, but looked like she got pushed.
2:34 on the clock, first half. Outside is Blummer. Goes in. Connie Ruhal finally gets a shot. No. Rebound Jackie Robinson, and a foul on Vicky Klingler. Good position by Jackie Robinson at 5'7" to get that board.
Yeah, really, she got her back, had her pinned pretty well that time. I thought that was a good job.
Speaking of good jobs, Ken Mattini lost 4 starters off this Green Wave team last year, and here he is in the championship game.
That's amazing. He must either be a great recruiter or a great coach or both.
Jackie Robinson had 2 free throws with 56 seconds to go last night to give a 2-point lead to St. Ed's, and she puts another one down.
They're right back in it now.
She was 4 out of 4 free throwing in the semifinals. Kind of a knuckleball, but it's perfect.
Hoyt Wilhelm.
You're not old enough to remember Hoyt Wilhelm.
Sure.
Connie Ruhal makes the steal, and St. Ed's gets it back.
Another good play by Karam.
Jackie Robinson gives to Karam. It's an 8-point game. 2:07. Steal by Cindy Taylor. She's going to try to go all the way, but Karam picked it off and fouled her.
That happens a lot when you make a bad pass and you go down the other end and foul.
A very relentless defensive effort by Teutopolis. Watch the work.
Good steal here. She goes pretty hard dribble. Karam goes in and grabs her.
Taylor, the most valuable player at the Vandalia tournament earlier in the year, missed the free throw. Meg Hasenmiller has the rebound. Now the lead could be cut to 6. We said earlier about never saying die and never quitting.
They really work at it. Nice pass inside there.
Robinson spins free. Rebound, T-Town. Blummer tied up for a jump ball. Possession arrow.
St. Ed's
Stays with the green wave. That. Watch Maureen Mueller here, 13. She needs to get involved in the offense. The ball goes inside. Hasenmiller rolls it off. Nice rebound by Taylor. And a foul.
Notice Hasenmiller shot that with her right hand. She's a left-handed shooter, and she came around and shot kind of a little semi-right-handed hook.
Take a look at the contact down here.
It's a lot of contact there. Ball goes on the floor, and she just goes after it. 3-on-1 right there.
Let's get physical. The girls' game wasn't that physical several years ago.
No, it wasn't, but I like it a little more physical. I think it's a better game. It's really, girls' game has improved a lot over the years. Taylor
made it. Her name is spelled T-H-O-E-L-E, Taylor.
Notice her form, Frank, on the free throw line. It's a little bit unorthodox. One foot is facing one way and one foot's facing the other way.
1 out of 2. Rebound Gary, 21-12. T-Town with a minute and a half in the first half. Here's a bad pass intended for Mueller. Out of bounds to the Lady Shoes.
I think the height advantage is starting to catch up with St. Edward's a little bit.
And they're playing a team that is in high school 117-4. As sophomores, these seniors won they're undefeated, and then they won the 8th grade championship. Another whistle. 1:15 to go in the first half.
2-1.
Fouls on Taylor. Coach, the Green Wave lost to Immaculate Heart of Mary, to your team at Winnetka New Trier, to Peoria Manual and Moline. This is a team that plays primarily a double-A schedule.
Yeah, they do, and they play it very well. And we really had a hard time beating them. We were really lucky to beat them. That's the truth.
Hasenmiller makes the free throw.
She's a nice player, very smooth.
Only 16 years old. Here's another. .105 to play. 8-point lead, T-Town and the ball. Holman loses control for a second. Looks inside. Taylor goes baseline. They're being patient. Here's a nice try on defense. Nearly intercepted by Jackie Robinson, but the Lady Shoes keep it. Marcia Campbell can shoot. Sends it inside to Ruhals. Turns, steps in for 2.
Nice board work on that shot.
At 6'3", Connie Ruhal knocked it in. A 10-point T-Town lead.
31 seconds. I don't know. They're going to play for 1, or are they going to shoot it up?
They're 10 down. What would you do?
I think I'd play for 1 and only be 10 or 8 down at the half.
They get lucky and get a foul. Maybe us. Mueller. He missed. She missed. And the rebound comes down to Taylor. 12 seconds. Will T-Town go for 1, leading by 10. Campbell with 7. Holman with 5. Shot. Lori Holman. Still 2 seconds. Matini's walking the other way. First half belongs to T-Town. Going for an undefeated state championship. Teutopolis is in the lead. 25, St. Edward's 13. One of your network sponsors is Case IH. T-Town leads at halftime over St. Edward's 25-13 in the championship game of Class A. We have a title game coming up at 8 o'clock tonight in AA. And right now we're going to go to the award presentation with your announcer, Steve Adams.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to midcourt for the presentation of the 3rd and 4th place team and individual awards for the 1988 Girls Class A State Basketball Tournament. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the 4th place team will be Mr. Edward Roberts of Oak Forest High School in Oak Forest, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board, and Dr. Richard Stevenson of Dunbar High School in Chicago, who serves the IHSA as vice president of the board. At this time, please meet the Boilermakers of Kewanee High School, who finished the 1988 season in 4th place with a final record of 28 wins and 5 losses. First, meet the principal of Kewanee High School, Mr. Marvin Damron. The head coach, Frank Toka. Assistant coach, Ford Brown. Assistant coach, Jerry Eisenbarth. Manager, Annette Wicke. Statistician, Ursula Ford. And now the players. Number 10, Tina Morell. Number 12, Jenny Gruzeska. Number 14, Roxanne Karaska. Number 15, Candy Van Winkle. Number 20, Kelly Goreth. Number 21, Tammy Say. Number 22, Kelly Labidus. Number 24, Nichelle Nichols. Number 25, Kim Schlieder. Number 30, Carrie Goreth. Number 31, Jenny Pierce. And number 32, Chris Heber. Those are the Boilermakers of Kewanee High School. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the 3rd place team will be Dr. David Turner of Porta High School in Petersburg, who serves the IHSA as president of the board, and Mr. Leroy Newton of Carterville High School in Carterville, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board. At this time, please meet the Lady Raiders of Hume Shiloh High School, who finished the 1988 season in 3rd place with a final record of 30 wins and 1 loss. First, meet the principal of Shiloh High School, Mr. Dave Dobson. Head coach, Stan White. And now the players. Number 12, Melissa Turner. Number 42, Melissa Hancock. Number 13, Veronica Pine. Number 21, Ramona Sullivan. Number 24, Cindy Barrett. Number 40, Beth Anglin. Number 25, Kitty Heath. Number 14, Mindy Thompson. Number 30, Amy Camden. Number 41, Jill Barrett. Number 22, Tammy Porter. Number 35, Courtney Porter. Manager, Lori Stewart. Manager, Jody Burns. And scorekeeper, Linda Hancock. Those are the Lady Raiders of Shiloh High School. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the trophy presentations. Presenting the 4th place trophy will be Mr. Fred Curtis of Belleville East High School in Belleville, who serves the IHSA as treasurer of the board. Will coach Frank Toka and captains of Kewanee High School please step forward and receive the 4th place trophy. Mr. Curtis, if you please. And now, presenting the third place trophy will be Mr. Thomas Howard of Fremd High School in Palatine, who serves the IHSA as secretary of the board. Will Coach Stan White and captains of Shiloh High School please step forward to receive the third place trophy. Mr. Howard, if you please. Congratulations to Shiloh High School, this year's third place finisher in Class A.
We'll be back with the second half of the championship game in a moment. Now let's pause for these messages. Frank Bissoni along with Jim Flynn of the IHSA at halftime. And Jim, we've got a new thing in the IHSA this year called Pack the Place. Tell us about it.
It's a promotion of all of our member schools that we started this year. And the idea is to get people talking about high school basketball in the state of Illinois during the basketball season. This year, over 400 of our schools participated. Next year, we're going for the national record in girls basketball. We want to fill the Assembly Hall next year. We've got great plans for next year.
Tell us about how some of the Pack the Place events happened this year.
What occurred was absolutely unbelievable. As soon as someone played someone else who had a Pack the Place game, they said, we've got to better them. And what happened was we had a snowballing effect, and we had thousands and thousands of people who came to high school basketball games this year who had been away for the last several years, particularly the high school students themselves, the young parents, the parents of the pre-grade schoolers, and a lot of the parents of children who are in school but aren't on the sport teams. And they're getting back to the schools. We think we've got some great things ahead of us in the future as far as high school basketball in the state of Illinois.
What's been the trend that you've noticed this year in attendance at the girls' games?
It's up, and it's booming. And the last 2 years, with the introduction of the small ball, the caliber of competition that everyone has seen in our girls basketball tournament these last two years, last year and this year, girls basketball is on the rise in the state of Illinois.
There's the small ball. There's now the three-point shot. Has that been a factor?
Oh, it's definitely been a factor. You're seeing this year, you're seeing the guards throw the ball to people on backdoor plays underneath. You hadn't seen that in girls basketball in previous years. The caliber of competition is getting to be probably the best in the United States.
The best also in the United States is the IHSA and the way they help everybody that goes through these tournaments. Thanks again, Jim Flynn.
Well, our pleasure.
Thank you very much, and we'll be back with the second half of this championship game in just a moment. One of your network sponsors is the Illinois Pork Producers. As the Teutopolis Lady Shoes lead the Elgin St. Edward Green Wave 25-13. And Coach, here's your halftime statistics. What do you make of them?
Well, I think that St. Edwards is going to have to shoot a little bit better because I think they're getting intimidated underneath by the size of Teutopolis, and it's, you know, 31 to 60%. St. Edwards is going to have to get that percentage up a little bit.
Turnovers, 10 for St. Edwards, only 7 for Teutopolis. And we are going with the scoring here. Lori Holman, the leader, with 10. Connie Ruhal with 6. And Marcia Campbell off the bench with 6. For St. Edwards, Robinson, Jackie with 4. Hazen Miller with 4. And we're set to go in the second half. 25-13, T-Town in the lead. Shooting for an unbeaten state title. Connie Ruhal starts it off.
Always like to score the first basket of the second half. I think that's a good omen.
Bobby Knight, who's got one of his tenets and goals for his team, score the first basket of each half. Jackie Robinson plays the top of the key. Karam comes down the lane left. St. Ed's runs their offense. Karam's a good ball handler. Here's Jackie Robinson, right wing for the shot. Rattled it out. By the way, Maureen Mueller is back in the game. She injured her foot, but she's back and she's all right. Lori Holman with the ball. Holman very steady. Ruhal really wants the ball in the post. She's rolled her off the block.
She slaps her hand. She wants it so much.
Marcia Campbell starting the second half for T-Town, 31. Holman tries to get one off, partially blocked. And they say it goes off T-Town, out of bounds to the Green Wave. Holman's 5 out of 7.
Playing a little run and jump defense.
Karam is free at the foul line. Look at Ruhal rebound. Tip out. Ball's right over here as Marcia Campbell goes down, last touched it. And the number 2 ranked Green Wave have the ball. Ken Mattini, coach at St. Edwards, and Dennis Custer for Teutopolis. They matched up in the '85 title game. St. Ed's won by 2. Coaches were the same, not the players. Karam with a left-hand dribble.
She got in among the giants that time.
And it cost. St. Edwards averages 64.5 points a game and only have 13 here.
She's dribbling in there, and all the big girls surround her. She lost it, but they had possession, so their ball out of bounds.
Mueller's free.
All right.
She whistles one in from the right side, and she's a person who can warm it up in a hurry. She can hit 4 or 5 shots in a row for you. Here's a near steal by Mueller.
And a near foul.
Plummer goes all the way in. Ruhal steps in for 2.
Nice teamwork. Very unselfish.
Little head fake by Alice Gary clears to Karam in the front court. You see the score, 5:50 to play, third quarter. St. Ed's has a lot of time if they can hit some shots. Their shooting percentage of 31 in the first half. They're trouble. Mueller's open. Is it a 3? Around and out. It would have been a 3, Coach.
I think it would have been. 5 on 4.
Plummer goes all the way in.
Mueller hasn't gotten back yet.
There's Marcia Campbell and a whistle. For the Green Wave, 21, Pamela Dunn checks back in the game. She's a 5'10" sophomore. And Mueller goes out again.
She might be hurting a little bit.
I don't think there's any question about it. She's a co-captain, averages 19.5 a game. T-Town keeps the ball, leading by 14. Mueller, one of
Looks
the...
like she's crying a little bit on the bench. She's hurt. She's a little bit in pain. I don't know what's her knee or her ankle.
She is a superb shooter, and they need her. Holman, Lori Holman turned to the left and drilled one on the move. 31-15 T-Town, marching relentlessly. Gary comes out, handles the ball well at 5'9" or 10 as a forward. Here she is. One of my impressive stats about her is 9 boards a game. Hasenmiller got inside and was blocked and fouled. In the first half, the rebounding was 13-9 to Teutopolis. Neither team tried a 3-pointer. St. Edwards got off 12 shots and Teutopolis 20, so there's a big factor in the game. The Green Wave trying to get off 15. They send it inside. Hasenmiller turns. Yes. Check it. It was LeDun.
LeDun. Yeah.
Nice little move inside and a whistle. And a foul right away on St. Edward.
LeDun is going to get a... Looks like we're going to get a picture of her getting a pass inside there.
With the basketball, Kim Blummer in the backcourt. Wheels it up ahead to Taylor. She's going to go to the baseline. They don't guard Blummer. Now they don't guard Taylor either outside. They're sinking inside around Ruhal. That gives the shot to Campbell. Nice rebound, Karam on the scoop. Needs help. T-Town tries to double team the ball. Karam's open. Not good. Rebound, Robinson, no. Next rebound, Connie Ruhal and Taylor go after it. It's a jump ball with possession to Teutopolis.
Teutopolis really brings the ball up very strong off the board. Both hands, they rip it off.
Campbell goes out, 31. Vicky Klingler comes back for the Lady Shoes. Their boys are the Wooden Shoes. Holman all the way. She just penetrated, pulled up and drilled it.
She has a nice backspin on her shot. Good release.
Just under 4 minutes in the third quarter. T-Town 33, St. Ed 17.
There's that press again, Frank.
Can they handle our press? That's what Dennis Custer wanted to know before the game. Now St. Ed's turns it over themselves as Karam comes all the way down and has the ball slapped away from her, and she kicked it out of bounds.
Fast and furious, up and down, 94 feet.
Have to get a stick and kill it. Klingler gets free. She's wide open.
Good board again.
Against Shiloh, she had 9 points and 8 rebounds. And Mattini says timeout. 3:33 to play. T-Town in the lead. Now let's pause for these messages. Teutopolis playing a confident baseline-to-baseline game. This is Vicky Klingler.
Watch the board on this shot. Really nice. Good camera work there, guys.
With 3.5 to play in the third quarter. The Green Wave try to mount a comeback, and they've got Maureen Mueller back in the game, their best shooter, to try that. And she's on the right wing. She's injured herself in the second quarter, but she's back in there now. Their field goal shooting is favored Teutopolis by almost double, 59% to 30, 29 shots off to 20.
To keep that pace up, it's going to be bad news for St. Ed.
There's Maureen Mueller. Yes!
Nice shot.
And she's fighting through pain, and you can see her grabbing her legs as she runs down the court. A lot of courage involved. Klingler is going to go all the way again. It worked last time and one more time. This time it doesn't count walking.
I don't know about that call, Frank. Did she get fouled before she traveled or after she traveled? I don't know.
Somebody's yelling, how about a push? The turnovers favor Teutopolis. St. Edward has 11 turnovers, but the Lady Shoes have now committed 9. Alice Gary. There's Karam, little stutter step on the dribble. Still plenty of time for St. Ed's. Jackie Robinson gets free along the baseline, then dropped it out of bounds.
She had the right idea. She just didn't have control of the ball. There's Ken, worried a little bit on the bench.
Look at Teutopolis push the ball. Kim Blummer comes up. Holman likes to shoot out there. Blummer goes to the left. Little stop and pop that doesn't go. Look at Holman track it down. Teutopolis gets some second shots with their size.
They aren't afraid to shoot it from outside either.
They've got the board advantage, so they fired up with confidence.
It's the kind of team I'd like to play on and be a guard, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Throw me that ball.
Blummer's free at the foul line. Rebound Holman. Steps in, baseline is fouled. They just keep pounding the rim.
They had about four shots there before they got fouled.
Take a look at how tough they go after the ball.
Little drive here. She really hammered her. That was a legitimate foul. I think the referees got that one correct.
The Lady Shoes. They have the 3 Ruhal sisters on the team. They have Campbell sisters, and this is Lori Holman. 59% foul shooter, already scored 14, make it 15. What a big game in the championship. Holman with another. It's 37-19 at the 2-minute mark. 21 in for the Green Wave. Pamela Dunn, 5'10".
Ladon made a nice shot the last time she got the ball. See what she can do this time.
Miller has to go back out. Karam with it.
What pressure.
37-19 T-Town going for another title. Looking for their second title in 3 years. In the Class A final 4 times in 5 years. Robinson and Karam. Here's a steal by Holman. The ball is free. Campbell picks it up. T-Town sets up. Holman and Campbell work back and forth for Campbell deuce.
Campbell can shoot it.
A 20-point lead for the Lady Shoes. Karam goes all the way inside. LeDunt couldn't handle it. Hazel Miller on one side, LeDunt on the other, as Ken Mattini with the 29-4 team is having a tough go this afternoon. Holman gets a rest. Donna Nieberge back in. Here's the rebound inside. LeDunt is good.
LeDunt's come alive out there.
He'll be in that program a long time, only a sophomore at 15 years old. Clock winds to a minute. St. Edward's got the turnover.
It was kind of an unforced error right there.
Is there a point in the game where you try to set up a 3-point shot to rally your team?
Well, I don't, but some teams, we don't have anybody who can shoot a three-point play, so we don't really work on that, but some teams might.
Mueller, the most likely candidate. There's Karam. Mueller's out of the game right now. Robinson's free, and shot is too long. Gary, a good rebound. Turns, slings it up there. Jackie Robinson missed. Look at Gary tear it out. He tore it away from Connie Ruhal. St. Ed's is very aggressive.
Well, they really fight hard. They give it everything they have.
Foul is on Stacy Karam. That's as hard as you can play.
That is. 30 seconds left.
I wonder if Dennis Custer will try for one shot here. Vicky Klingler with the ball. Doesn't look like it. All the way in, kicked away nicely by the Green Wave.
You might try for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Time for several. Campbell's got it. Taylor's on the baseline. Ruhal's in the low plane. He's got the post set. Shot is blocked by Hasenmiller, but T-Town keeps it with their superior size. Campbell pulls the trigger. Rebounding, Taylor. She still has it, goes down, whistle.
Body slam.
Out of bounds to St. Ed with 3 seconds.
Fans are getting a little irate here.
That's the end of 3 quarters of play in the Class A championship with Teutopolis in the lead. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes. One of your network sponsors, the American Dairy Association of Illinois. The shoes. We are the shoes. And they've got 8 minutes to hold on for a perfect season, Coach.
The shoes gained ground that time. They were 12 ahead at the half, and now they're 18 ahead.
They force 23 turnovers a game on the season, so they know what to do on the defensive end. Pamela Dunn with the basketball. St. Edward has to have a rally. And they've rallied all season long. Here's a steal.
They switched defenses, Frank. They went to a 2-3 zone. I wondered when they were going to go to a zone, but they went to 2-3.
Roy Holman hasn't had much problem on the outside. Started by Karam. The ball's inside and free.
Good position that time by Ruhal. Very good. Very good position.
Now Jackie Robinson.
Give me.
41-21 in favor St. Edward. And T-Town rolls on. 6:54 to go. The pressure is there. The offense is there. The rebounding is there. And that's why the Lady Shoes are 31-0. The closest anybody came to them this year in the sectional, Bridgeport Red Hill, 50-47. But as we talked earlier, they won games 117-25, 88-19. And now Maureen Mueller, 5'6" senior co-captain, checks back in, and you have to feel badly for her getting hurt here in the title game. LaDante goes out with 6:48 to go. St. Edwards needs to hit about 4 shots, 5 shots in a row to try to get back in. Jackie Robinson swings free. And look at Holman step into the ball. Karam went to the floor, no whistle, still none. Fans are yelling traveling foul. Karam comes back. T-Town in control of the game. Elgin St. Edward has Gary in the lane, throws it up there, no good, but a foul first. Foul goes against Connie Ruhal, the 6'3" center. It's her third. That's Lori Holman. She's had a big game for T-Town. Inside Gary. Nice play on the out of bounds. Count the basket. Nice little pick. Gary rolled down the lane, got the ball, stuck in the basket. And that would be foul number 4 on Connie Ruhal. The 6'3" center will have to go out. Free throw is down by Gary, cuts the lead to 43-24. There's still 6:15 to play. Marcia Campbell's in the backcourt with Holman. Now Holman goes in, penetrates for 8 feet. Campbell pulls at the rebound with Gary, and it's a jump ball possession to Teutopolis. Marcia Campbell turns, sends one off the window that doesn't go. Look at Karam. Little Stacy picks it off at the 6-minute mark. Will the Green Wave rally? They're down, not out. Hazen-Miller's in the lane. She's a left-hander, puts it up. Gary rebounds, taken away from her by Cindy Taylor. Ball on the floor. Look at this effort. It's not always artistic, but it's effort. Wearing the scrapes and bruises. Alice Gary. These seniors had a big game. Pamela Dunt back in. Look at this effort here. There's Gary going after the ball in the lane. And her shot. Loose. Karam, 5-4, fires. Yes. Now there's Holman. She has 16 in the game. Marcia Campbell off the bench with 8. Ruhal with 12, leading scorers for T-Town in the game so far. There's Campbell, hacked by Karam. One of the things the Green Wave have to do now is go after the ball, even if it means lots of fouls. And Stacey Karam picked up her 5th. And a big hand for the junior guard. What a tremendous player. Out for the last time this year, but she'll return.
T-Town's a little bit too big. All right.
Free throw is missed by Marcia Campbell, and the rebound, traveling call on the St. Ed, and just when they get the ball.
That was a break for T-Town. It really was.
Another whistle. There wasn't a whole second went off the clock. And yet another whistle.
Foul on Klingler. Illegal screen.
And there you have it. With 5:18 to play, T-Town's on 43 and the Green Wave on 26. Frank Bissoni along with Coach John Schneider.
Teutopolis really doesn't need a foul right now. All they have to do is control the ball.
Here's Mueller. Nice touch. His 6 in the game.
St. Edward has not given up. They're going to fight all the way.
A pair. A 15-point game with 5:17 to play. Maybe we'll see a 3-pointer or two. And maybe by Mueller. There's Campbell going across the paint. She's free. How'd you like to be able to pull a player like that off your bench?
That'd be good. I'd like that a lot.
Mueller on the dribble, looking to free herself for a shot. Robinson goes baseline. Gary wants the ball in there. She got it. Oh, nice return pass to Robinson, who's blocked, rebounds, and shoots. Out of the pack running Campbell. The Lady Shoes 3 on 2. Campbell for 2.
I thought maybe she was going to pass it, but she knew more about it than I did.
A dozen for Marcia Campbell. And she shot well also in the semis with 8. Robinson starts. Campbell hunts that ball. Skip pass and a foul on T-Town. And Dennis Custer won't want that.
T-Town hustles on defense. Harassment all the time. Puts a lot of pressure on St. Ed.
Dennis Custard told us before the game St. Edwards has probably only one weakness, the lack of the big center, the size on the baseline. And Teutopolis has that. Free throw Robinson is in. 7 for Robinson. The coaches look on. Free throw misses. St. Edwards needs them all now. They're down 18. Marcia Campbell with lots of confidence. Barges into the lane, shoots on the move, and is fouled. They just penetrate.
She was right in there in the blue paint that time. She squares up well. She shoots the ball.
Elgin St. Edwards took out Massac County and then Kewanee. Teutopolis beat Eureka and then Hume Shiloh. Marcia Campbell. She'll be back also next year as a junior. Now St. Edwards calls timeout with 4:04 to go in the title game. We'll crown a champion when we come back. One of your network sponsors is Country Company. Back to live action with 4 minutes to go in the game. The ball is out of bounds, and Teutopolis is in the lead, 48-29. There's 4:01 in the championship.
Holman would have had a layup then if she'd intercepted that pass.
This is Mueller. She has 7. Robinson 7 for St. Edwards. Hasenmiller with 6. Their leading scorers. The scoring has been shut down by Teutopolis. That ball went in. It may count. Fired it off the glass. Falling down, it does count. Let's check the foul. It's on Connie Ruhal. Watch this.
Here's the ball. Nice drive, ball down, shot, and right in the basket.
Connie Ruhal, the 6'3", is fouled out of the game, but it's with a smile because her team is a 17-point leader. A dozen for Connie Ruhal. She's a junior. Wonder if she'll be back. I mean, in the assembly hall. She'll be back in the lineup.
She'll probably go to college next year. She'll start with some Big Ten school.
Kim Blummer for T-Town. They call it Titletown, and with lots of confidence and right. Blummer looks down the lane. Fell down. Alice Gary running with Robinson. Gary, the distance. Blocked. And traveling.
Crowd didn't like that.
The Green Wave keeps the ball.
Crowd thought there should be a foul on that.
Jackie Robinson is way out in three-point range. Ooh, the defense and a foul by Campbell. With 3:20 to go, one thing that T-Town doesn't want is that clock stopped.
Campbell kind of looked over to Custer there a little shyly. Gonna call it timeout.
That's right. Dennis Custer says let's quit for a minute. 3:20 to go in the game, and T-Town in the lead. Now let's pause for these messages. The story of the game on your screen. Maureen Mueller will shoot. St. Edwards has 16 turnovers against T-Town's defense. The touch rolls in. 15-point game, 3:20. Coach, what do you tell your team?
Well, it's Teutopolis. I think I'd run a little time off the clock and get some layups. But
what if you're Ken Mattini? What do you tell them then?
I think they're going to have to go out after them and foul fast. Some quick fouls.
Donna Niebrugge in to handle the ball, and right now you're right, as Alice Gary commits the foul. What we'll see now is whether or not T-Town shoots free throws well in this game. On the season, they shoot them at 59% as a team.
Which isn't great for a team that's undefeated. But when you get this many rebounds, you don't have to shoot too well from the line.
You know, their opponents average 35 points a game against their 71. Their opponents average 40% shooting from the field, and they average 50. The ball missed everything.
She didn't shoot real well on that shot.
And Marcia Campbell checks back in for the Lady Shoes.
Still pressing.
T-Town just doesn't turn the pressure down.
Good save.
Yeah, Hasenmiller made a good play there. Meg Hasenmiller, 5'8" junior. She's in the post, has the ball. Didn't look to shoot. Mueller might. Lobs inside. Gary's got a player on her hip, turns and missed. Coleman all the way. Now to Campbell. T-Town turns it on. 6-footer Campbell. Rebound LeDun.
They didn't work much clock that time.
About 4 seconds worth.
Give me that apple so I can shoot it.
2.5 to go in the game. Mueller goes all the way and missed. She went down hard again. T-Town with the ball. Mueller fights back. Blummer. You'll notice the guard doesn't stop at the point for T-Town. They penetrate in about 7, 8, 10 feet from the basket.
Yeah, they do. That's sort of different than most teams do. They usually stop at the top.
Campbell's on the wing. Blummer's on the other wing. Klingler comes way outside.
Now they might be running a little clock.
Maybe a delay game by Custer here. Holman's with the ball. 1:53 to play. 15-point lead, T-Town. Holman's in. It's going to not count. Traveling first.
Good call. Good call. I didn't think he was going to call that for a while, but he did.
She went by and tripped. Called for walking.
Blue line again.
Jumps up to get you. There's Mueller. Sends a bounce pass anticipated by Blummer. 1:41 to go. What a remarkable season by both these teams. 29 victories for Elgin, 31 for Teutopolis. Inside, the shot rolls around and down by Pamela Dunn. It's only 13. They need to turn over the Greenway. The Lady Shoes need to run some clock and hold on to win their title again. They were in the state finals in '83. In '84, they were second. In '85, they won it. Or they were second again. In '86, they won it. And they were in the super sectional in '87.
What a record. Custer's got something going for him down there.
1 minute to go. And the Teutopolis fans stand. Lori Holman to the right. A whistle and a foul on Mueller. Marcia Campbell came out and set a screen.
Well, she did. She took a hard knock. She didn't back off one bit.
Don't forget, a couple of weeks from now, we'll be back with the boys A championships and then the AA the week after that.
That should be a really exciting tournament, both A and AA.
This is
They can't hit a free throw, but they don't have to. They got a better plan.
The rebound is in. 44 seconds, a 15-point T-Town advantage. There's the clock, and that's all that's left in the season. Alice Gary to the left. LeDon slings it outside. Mueller's free. The shot is a little short. A rebounding foul. 26 seconds. Coach John Schneider, what do you think about having the girls tournament first prior to the boys as it is now rather than the way it was in the past?
Oh, I think this is a lot better because there's a lot more interest now. After the boys tournament's over, basketball is gone. There's no more interest. So they're smart in doing this. I think it's a good idea.
Listen to the crowd and look at them applaud. The Green Wave on a great season. The starters come out for the Green Wave and for the Lady Shoes. And let's make sure we give you, look at the smiles, the champions. Lori Holman, the leading scorer with 16. Cindy Taylor at the foul line. Ingrid Crane, Allison Rudolph, Carrie Waller, Cheryl Trudy, Julie Janik, Michelle Laporte, some of the players coming out for the Green Wave onto the floor.
Violation on a lane violation, so she gets another shot.
Taylor will have another. What a way to cap your senior year. 51-35. Taylor's going to go out. Into the game, Donna Ruhal, 5'7" sophomore for T-Town. In there, Christy Grunlow, Valerie Campbell. Coming on now is Campbell, and there goes Cindy Taylor. Teutopolis had the look of a winner all year. Ball out of bounds off Michelle Laporte. 21 seconds to play. Ingrid Crane checks in for the Green Wave. A freshman. Laporte comes out, and what a thrill that has to be. 14 years old on the Assembly Hall court. Number 10.
That is a thrill.
Carrie Waller there. Down to 15 seconds. The ball goes over to T-Town. They have Donna Ruhal, just a sophomore there at 5'7". Will she be 6'3" like her sister?
Teutopolis has good pressure even with the second team.
That's Valerie Campbell, 5'3", sophomore there. Christy Grunlow. She's going to fire with 5. Go! And the reserves stay hot. And the champions are Teutopolis again. One of the special moments in sports. Teutopolis, the Class A girls champions, will be back in a moment. One of your network sponsors is Case IH. Teutopolis 54, Elgin St. Edward 35, the state championship. And now, John Schneider, another notch on the belt for the Great Lady Shoes.
Well, they're very well coached. A lot of poise, and they must practice a lot, and he does an excellent job. It's really fun to watch him play.
Well, now let's see the presentation of the trophies. Here's Steve Adams.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to mid-court for the presentation of the first and second place team and individual awards for the 1988 Girls Class A State Basketball Tournament. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the second place team will be Mr. Thomas Howard of Fremd High School in Palatine, who serves the IHSA as secretary of the board, and Mr. Fred Curtis of East High School in Belleville, who serves the IHSA as treasurer of the board. At this time, please meet the Green Wave of Elgin St. Edward High School, who finished the 1988 season in second place with a final record of 29 wins and 5 losses. First, meet the principal of St. Edward High School, Mr. Paul Herman. The head coach, Ken Mattini. Assistant coach, Pete Sauter. Assistant coach, Lisa Bass. Trainer, Carl Valenti. Manager, Colleen Crummy. And now the players. Number 5, Stacy Karam. Number 10, Ingrid Crane. Number 12, Allison Rudolph. Number 13, Maureen Mueller. 14, Carrie Waller. Number 15, Jackie Robinson. Number 20, Cheryl Trudy. Number 21, Pam Ladant. Number 22, Meg Hasenmeller. Number 23, Julie Janik. Number 24, Alice Gary. And number 31, Michelle Laporte. The Green Wave of Elgin St. Edward High School. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the first place team will be Dr. David Turner of Porta High School in Petersburg, who serves the IHSA as president of the board, and Dr. Richard Stevenson of Dunbar High School in Chicago, who serves the IHSA as vice president of the board. At this time, please meet the ladies' shoes of Teutopolis High School, who finished the 1988 season in first place with a final record of 32 wins and no losses. First, meet the principal of Teutopolis High School, Mr. Jim Webb. The head coach of Teutopolis, Dennis Custer. Assistant coach, Terry Wertman. And now the players. Number 21, Cindy Taylor. Number 25, Donna Niebrugge. Number 35, Lori Holman. Number 41, Angie Ruhal. Number 11, Kim Blummer. Number 33, Connie Ruhal. Number 31, Marcia Campbell. Number 45, Christy Grunlow. Number 34, Vicky Klingler. Number 53, Jennifer Hodebeck. Number 13, Valerie Campbell. Number 23, Donna Ruhal. Manager, Tanya Burrell. Manager, Amy Daters. And manager, Susan Shoemaker. Those are the ladies' shoes of state champion Teutopolis High School. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the second place trophy will be Mr. Edward Roberts of Oak Forest High School in Oak Forest, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board. Will Coach Ken Mattini and captains of St. Edward High School in Elgin please step forward to receive the second place trophy. Mr. Roberts, if you please. And now, presenting the first place trophy will be Mr. Leroy Newton of Carterville High School in Carterville, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board. Will Coach Dennis Custer and captains of Teutopolis High School please step forward to receive the first place trophy. Mr. Newton, if you please. Congratulations to Teutopolis High School, state champions in Class A.
Let's pause for these messages. The smiles are all around Teutopolis. Congratulations, Coach Dennis Custer, unbeaten state title. How does it feel?
Well, it just feels great. It really does. I mean, you don't know how much work goes into this here season, how much work those girls put into it. And it all comes down to this. I mean, you know, you can't really explain it.
What did you say to the girls before this game today?
I told them, I said, hey, you haven't let me down all season. Win or lose, you're never going to let me down. So just go out and play the best basketball you know how. And I said, you know, have team pride, and team pride means team defense. And that's our name of the game, was our defense. And I think it was very evident after this whole tournament that we weren't going to let people do things out there that they normally do. And you have to give the credit to the girls. I mean, all I can do is say we got to do it, and this is how we got to do it. And they got to be the ones that want to put the effort into it.
Was your effort today a typical Teutopolis type of game?
Yes, really. Two things you got to do at Teutopolis: play defense and rebound. Can't do either one, you're not going to play.
How does the program continue to feed itself with such enormous success at 195-12?
Well, I've got some good coaches. My assistant coach, Terry Workman, she has a record of something like 134-5. I got grade school coaches. I had a grade school coach, who's a head basketball coach at Sullivan now. He was responsible for a lot of these kids here. Ben Wesselman and Jim Hackman and Ron Grimsley. Those guys, you know, those guys are the ones that helped me get my program going. plus the community. You got to have the community support. Look at those people up there. I mean, there's something more. I mean, you don't want to lose for them.
Something else that was special to me was your friend on the other side of the bench there, Ken Mattini at Elgin St. Edward, and you guys have been through the wars.
Well, you know, I told Kenny, I said, you know, I said, it's nice that we both get here, but it comes down to one's got to lose, you know. But I tell you something, I'd rather play with Kenny. I like to be up here every year with him, and both of us take our chances with each other. I mean, he's a great coach. He does a great program. Got a great program, and they got the same backing that we've got. You know, you just take a look at it. I mean, it's very evident that you got to have people backing your program to have the programs that we got, and I can't say enough about Kenny. I mean, he is a good friend of mine, and that's one of the nice things about coaching. You meet an awful lot of nice people.
Was there any time in this ball game today when you were genuinely worried that it was going to slip away from you?
No, sir, not one time. When I saw our defense, when I saw the girls come out and play defense, I told myself, you know, I was a little concerned about our offense, but I tell you what, we worked with Connie today. You know, she didn't have a very good game the other day, and the girl's a player. And we were showing her some things that she was doing wrong, and boy, you saw what happened. We got the ball on her a few times. Boom, our girls took off. They knew that we was going to get things going after that. Once you get the inside game going, the outside's going to take over.
Speaking of Connie, let's call in the girls if we can. Let's have a couple of the star players of the team come in. This is Lori Holman, 35, and Connie Ruhal, 33. Connie, first you. Stay here, Coach, with us. How do you feel right now?
Oh, it's wonderful. I love it.
Tell me how you felt going into the game. What was the mood of the team?
We were all excited. We won this game really bad.
Lori, about the season, you talk about it. What has it meant? Tell us about the start of the season and how you got here.
The start of the season was rough, but I think we played all of our games even out, and this is the best one right here.
Tell us how the team changed from the beginning of the season to now.
I think we're fundamentally better right now, and we're more confident in ourselves.
All right, what about yourself? You had a wonderful game today. You scored 16 points. Is this the best game you've ever played?
I don't know.
She's played better. She's played better. But I tell you what, she came to play in this tournament.
Didn't she, though? Connie, what is the strategy? What is the method of Teutopolis basketball? What does a coach teach you?
He teaches you fundamentals and how to work as a team.
Fundamentals and how to work as a team. What about yourself? What's your plans for the future?
Well, I plan on doing my best in the future like it's in college.
Do you know yet where you're going to go?
No.
And Lori?
No, not right now, I don't.
Talk about your teammates for a second. I know they should all have credit.
I like to give a lot of credit to Vicky because she's only a sophomore, and I think she's doing a wonderful job as a starter.
A lot of credit is Marcia Campbell came. She has filled that role perfect. Coming off the bench, doing what I wanted to do. I told her that I thought in the middle of the season that she'd be better coming off the bench, not having that pressure starting, and you can see what happens. She can play just plain light up the basket when she wants to. And she's playing good defense. She's had some injuries. She's coming on strong. Hey, that's when you want them, right at the end of the season. She's done a job for us this year.
Absolutely. Let's call in one of the officials from the IHSA that's responsible for helping put this tournament together, Charlene Bremberg.
Terrific. 86 and then 88. Terrific.
Charlene, come over just for a moment and give us your impressions of this tournament.
Let me just say this. When excitement hits this assembly hall, it hits it. What a day we've had today. This gentleman and the other three teams, it's been a fantastic...
Crowds, don't we?
Yeah.
Got some crowds, don't we?
I think we're going to be up about 3,500 total, I hope, by the end of this tournament, which means we're coming. Did you notice the crowd over on the other side? They're coming in to see girls play basketball. I'm so excited.
Your crowd has been phenomenal over the years, and what happens in Teutopolis that's the basketball's a magnet?
Well, you know, I tell you, that community, you gotta live in it to understand it, and once you live in it, you don't want to leave it. I mean, it's just that simple.
It's simple enough to win a state championship 54-35 today, or a very good Elgin St. Edward team. And if we could, let's turn our attention for just a moment to some of the statistics in this game. And looking at them, Teutopolis was 24 out of 44 for 56% on field goals. So Elgin St. Edward 32% shooting on 12 of 37. Free throw shooting 6 for 11 for T-Town, 55%. 11 of 17 for Elgin St. Edward, 65%. The turnover is a big factor in the game, with 17 for Elgin St. Edward and Teutopolis with 11 turnovers, and it's the defense that causes the turnovers. And let's see if we can get Jim Flynn to step in with us at this excitement. I'll tell you, Jim, the tournaments somehow the crowds and the tournaments keep getting better year after year, and this crowd is no exception.
T-Town they like their basketball, and their boys are still going. They're playing in the sectional tournament. It was only 2 years ago that the Wooden Shoes made history in Illinois basketball by winning both the girls' championship and the boys' championship, and they've got a dream for this year, and they're halfway there for this year.
Now, is there any precedent for, you know, when that happened in '86? Can you, in your record looking, did you find anybody else that ever won that girls and boys title in the state the same year?
No school had ever done that in the history of basketball in the state of Illinois, which is over 75 years of competition. Only a couple of times have teams had their teams play both in the boys and the girls tournament. Peoria Manual, which is a powerhouse in Class AA, and East St. Louis Lincoln. Now, East St. Louis Lincoln's the defending Class AA boys champion, and their girls were knocked off on the way to the state tournament here this year by Belleville East.
Well, we have just a moment. Let's remind fans we also have a game tonight, and it's at 8 o'clock, and it's a good one.
It's the Class AA championship, and Maine West has been rated 1, 2, or 3 in the United States all year, and they beat a great Marshall team in the semifinals. They play Elmhurst York for the championship tonight. That could be one whale of a ball game. And the two semifinals in AA this year were the two best semifinal games I've ever seen in girls basketball.
They were remarkably good. And I'd like, while we have just a second, for you to take a chance to remind our viewers out there about the boys tournaments, when they are and when they're coming up in A and AA.
In 2 weeks, it'll be our Class A championship. The week after that, the St. Patrick's Day weekend will be our AA championship, and we've got some I think we're going to have some exciting boys basketball this year. Well, I think we're going to have some new faces at the Assembly Hall.
There are certainly no clear winners and clear favorites in either A or AA.
No, it's a wide open chase for the title, and the race is on.
Okay. Jim Flynn, thank you very much. Let's ask the coach, Ken Mattini of Elgin St. Edward, to step in. Congratulations on a remarkable year.
Thank you very much, Frank. It's been a year of unknowns with our basketball team, and we're not a very big team, and it's probably the smallest team in the state's history that's made a state championship game.
Can you explain to the viewers how in the world you can get a team that small to perform as well as they have and make it all the way this far?
I'll tell you, I think that's a question you might want to ask the kids. We just constantly try to improve every single day. Defensively, we try to improve our intensity level all the time, and I told them, I said, if you don't play with an intensity level, we're going to get beat all the time. And you know, we had a game today against T-Town. We're a quick, small team. They're a quick, big team, and obviously the better team won. There's no doubt. They're the best team in the state.
What was your impression of this Teutopolis championship team as opposed to some of the title teams in the past?
This is no question. I played supposedly the best T-Town team in '85, and there's no comparison. This team is better. They can do more things defensively. They can throw more slants at you defensively than the other '85 team could, and they're more balanced. They've got